Good morning, dear students. Here we have some problems. Rationalize the denominator and evaluate up to 3 decimal places given root 2, root 3 and root 5. Here we have to solve the problems and using the rationalizing factor or using the rationalizing concept we have to solve this. We have given the values of root 2, root 3 and root 5 for the sake of convenience, and we have to find the answers corrected up to 3 decimal places. So before going to start this, we must know about the rationalization process and rationalizing factor. Any number of the form p by q, where q is known as the denominator and denominator have the rooted term. Suppose if denominator contain the term like root a plus root b, then root a minus root b is known as the rationalizing factor. What we have to do? We have to multiply and divide this rationalizing factor to the given p by q form. Example, we will see here 4 upon root 3, and we have to solve this. Some values are given for our help. So 4 by root 3, rationalize denominator by multiplying numerator and denominator by root 3. So here what we have to do, the denominator contain the rooted term, and we know in process of rationalization we have to multiply this rooted term in numerator and denominator. So how does it look like? It is 4 by root 3 into root 3 upon root. We are multiplying root 3 in numerator as well as the denominator. So you can clearly see here it is 4 into root 3, 4 into root 3, it is 4 root 3, root 3 into root 3, root get cancelled, so this becomes 3. So here we can split this as 4 by 3 into root 3. We are splitting this as 4 by 3 into root 3. Then what we have to do? We know that the value of root 3 is given to us. This is like this. These values are provided, and using these values we have to find out the answers. This is for our sake of convenience. So what we do here, it's already, we know that it is 4 by 3 into root 3. So root 3, value of root 3 is given, it is 1.732. So we put here 4 by 3 as it is, and value of this root 3 as 1.732, right? So if we solve this, we get 2.309, and it is given that we have to find the answers corrected up to 3 decimal places. That's why it is like this, 2.309. We will see another example. Here it is given this. Solve this, 6 upon root 6. Now rationalize the denominator, right, by multiplying numerator and denominator by root 6. So here it is given 6 by root 6. We are multiplying root 6 in numerator and denominator. So what we get? It is 6 into 6, that is 6 root 6, and root 6 into root 6, it is 6 only. So it is clearly seen that 6 in numerator and 6 in denominator gets cancelled. After cancellation, what remains? It is only root 6, but value of root 6, it is not given to us. If you observe carefully, there is only value of root 3, root 2, root 3 and root 5 are given, but here we have value of root 6. So how could we solve this? Can we split this 6 as root 2 into root 3? Yes, we can. So we are splitting this root 6 into root 2 into root 3. So what will happen? We have both the values. If you observe carefully, the root 2 that is given to us, as well as this root 3 is also given, value of root 3. Okay, then so according to this, value of root 2 that is given, it is 1.414, and value of root 3 is also given, that is 1.732. Both values are with us. So it is clearly, we can see that it is multiplication of these two terms. So after multiplication, what we get? We get 2.449 as our answer. We use this corrected up to 3 decimal places. So this is our answer. Next example is it is given root 2 upon 2 plus root 2, right? As I said earlier, the rationalizing factor of a plus root b is a minus root b, and in this process we have to multiply this rationalizing factor in numerator as well as the denominator. That is, here if you observe carefully, 2 plus root 2 has its rationalizing factor as 2 minus root 2. And what we have to do? We have to multiply numerator and denominator by its rationalizing factor. Let us see. Rationalize denominator by multiplying numerator and denominator by 2 minus root 2. As I said, rationalizing factor of 2 plus root 2 is 2 minus root 2. So root 2 upon 2 plus root 2 can be written as root 2 upon 2 plus root 2. Rationalizing factor of this is 2 minus root 2 upon 2 minus root 2. We have to multiply and divide by the rationalizing factor. So here we have like this. So root 2 into this, numerator into numerator, and denominator into denominator. So here it is a plus b, and here it is a minus b. We get a plus b into a minus b as an expansion form as a square minus b square, right? If it is a and this is b, it is a plus b and it is a minus b. So this becomes a square and b square. So this is like it is 2 square, that is 4, and here root 2 square is 2. So in numerator we have to multiply this root 2 into the bracket, so that we get root 2 into 2, it is 2 root 2 here, and root 2 into root 2, that becomes 2, right? So in denominator we have 4 minus 2, right? 4 minus 2, that becomes 2, right? And in numerator we may take 2 as common, that becomes 2 into the bracket, it is root 2 minus 1. So 2 gets cancelled, that it present on numerator and denominator as well. So cancelling this common factor, what we get? We get root 2 minus 1. But here, what is root 2? The value of root 2 is given to us, that is what? It is 1.414, and it is minus 1, right? So if you perform the subtraction here, 1.414 minus 1, that becomes 0.414, and this is our answer. So one thing should be clear, that while solving such type of problem, we have to use the rationalizing factor, which is important part. And while multiplying rationalizing factor, one thing is to be done, that we have to multiply the rationalizing factor to numerator as well as the denominator in order to solve such type of problems. We may have some another problem. Now here we have to use the law of indices. Law of indices. So by using law of indices, we can simplify this type of problems. So please take a look. Here it is given. We have to simplify this example. It is 1 cube plus 2 cube plus 3 cube raised to 1 by 2, right? So we have to find this value by using law of indices. Now it is clearly seen that it is 1 cube, 2 cube plus 3 cube raised to 1 by 2. We can rewrite this as, we know 1 cube, we can take any power of 1, that becomes 1 only. So 1 cube is equal to 1, 2 cube is 8, 3 cube is 27. Its power is 1 by 2. So what we get? Observe carefully. It is 8 plus 1 plus 27. If you add them, we get 36 raised to 1 by 2. And here we may rewrite 36 as 6 square. Here it is 1 by 2, and we know by use of the law of index, a raised to m raised to n is equal to a raised to mn. Okay, so this 2 is cancelled with this 2, and we get 6 raised to 1, and we know that any number having its power 1 is equal to that number itself. That's why 6 raised to 1 is equal to 6 itself. Or here we are getting 36 raised to 1 by 2. We can use 36 raised to 1 by 2 as root 36, because any number having its power 1 by 2, that is equal to root 36, and value of this root 36 is 6. Root of 36 is 6. Now we can have another example, right? Keep in mind that we must be aware of the laws of indices. We must be familiar with the law of indices. By use of laws of indices, it's quite easy to solve such type of problems. So be careful and look here. It is 3 by 5 raised to 4, 8 by 5 raised to minus 12 into 32 by 5 raised to 6, and we have to find this value. Now look at the solution. It is 3 by 5 raised to 4. I rewrite this 8, okay, this numerator as 2 cube, right? Observe these steps carefully. These steps are very much important. We are writing 8 as 2 cube. This is 5 divided by 5 raised to minus 12. Here we write this 32 as 2 raised to 5, right? And 5 as 5 raised to 6. Here it is 3 by 5 raised to 4 into, this is a by b raised to minus m. Okay, here a raised to minus m is equal to minus 1 upon a raised to m. Using this law of index, we are treating this as reciprocal of this. We get reciprocal of this, that becomes 5 upon 2 raised to 3 is equal to is raised to 12. This is as it is. We are using this form, a raised to minus m is equal to 1 upon a raised to m. So here a by b raised to m is equal to a raised to m upon b raised to m. We are using this law. Observe carefully. A by b raised to m is equal to a raised to m upon b raised to m. Using this, over here we get 3 raised to 4 upon 5 raised to 4 into, here 5 raised to 12, 2 cube raised to 12. we are applying the index to numerator and denominator separately. Okay, here also 2 raised to 5 raised to 6 upon 5 raised to 6, we are using this form. A by b whole raised to m is equal to a raised to m upon b raised to m. The meaning of this is we are able to apply the index over numerator as well as the denominator. Now this is 3 raised to 4. This we are collecting the terms like 5 raised to 12, and here 5 raised to 4 and 5 raised to 6. It should be collected and put over here. Similarly, the like terms like 2 raised to 5 into 6, it is 30. 2 raised to 3 into 12, it is 36. 2 raised to 36. As we know, a raised to m whole raised to n is equal to a raised to mn. We are applying over here 5 into 6, it is 30, and 12 into 3 as 2 raised to 36. Law of indices, this suggests that we can have this form, a raised to m whole raised to n is equal to a raised to mn. We can multiply these two. Okay, 2 raised to 5 into 6, 5 into 6 it is 30, and this 12 into 3 it is 36. So by observing these steps, we have 3 raised to 4. Here it is 5 raised to 12. Now here again we have to use law of index like this. A raised to m into a raised to n is equal to a raised to m plus n, provided bases should be same. A raised to m, here base is a, and here also base is a. So in such case, a raised to m into a raised to n can be written as a raised to m plus n. The same we are applying here. We are using 5 raised to 4 into 5 raised to 6. The base is common, that is 5. So if base is common, we can add these indices, that is 4 plus 6, that is 10. Right. Now here it is 5 raised to 12 upon 5 raised to 10, and here 2 raised to 30 upon 2 raised to 36. As we know that a raised to m upon a raised to n, a raised to m upon a raised to n is equal to a raised to m minus n, right? It is equal to a raised to m minus n. So using this over here, we can have 5 raised to 12 upon 5 raised to 10. Base is same here again. Using this, a raised to m upon a raised to n, base is same, a. So we can write this as a raised to m minus n. We can use the index of the denominator in subtraction with the numerator. So what we get here, 5 raised to 12 upon 5 raised to 10 can be written as 5 raised to 12 minus 10 here, and here also 2 raised to 30 upon 2 raised to 36 can be written as 2 raised to 30 minus 36. So 30 minus 36, that becomes 2 raised to minus 6, and here 5 raised to 12 minus 10 that becomes 5 raised to 2. Here 3 raised to 4 will remains the same. Now again we are coming to the solution. We are not exactly up to the solution here. 2 raised to minus 6. Now for this we are using this a raised to minus m. Same we are using as before. A raised to minus m can be written as 1 upon a raised to m. So if we apply this a raised to 2 raised to minus 6 as 1 upon 2 raised to 6, so what we get, 2 raised to minus 6 can be written as 1 upon 2 raised to 6. Now this is 3 raised to 4 into 5 raised to 2 upon 2 raised to 6. We know the value of 3 raised to 4 is 81, 5 raised to 2 that is 25, and 2 raised to 6 that is equal to 64. Right. Now if we multiply this 81 into 25, that is 2025, and in denominator we can find 64, right? So this is our answer. While solving these kind of problems, please be clear with your laws of indices. They are very few in number, which can be remembered easily, and by using those laws of indices we can able to solve this type of problems. So it's quite easy. Just use